Good morning, folks. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, all is well. I am making this video for you guys because I have a few things going on with you guys, and I have a few things going on with my accounting kids today. So I figured to kill two birds with one stone, I'm going to take care of you guys on this video so I can get all the points across that I want. So, notice you guys, or as you guys can see, sorry, you guys can see that I've got this formatting assignment up. I noticed a few of you guys had a few issues on this, so I want to take care of any and all issues we may have with this. So as you guys can probably tell, and as most of you guys figured out, you read the instructions and you do the instructions per line. So for example, for this title right here, it says to center it. So I'm going to come up here to center, and I'm going to go 18 point bold. There, done. Pretty simple, right? So I'm going to move this title here out of the way. I'm going to kind of move it over there, make it look like I know what I'm doing here, and away we go. So you got to do the formatting to each of these lines. Okay, so a couple of things that I want to point out that I saw some folks having a little bit of problems with. These two paragraphs, pretty cut and dry, right? Now, this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to go 12 point Times New Roman right here. So I'm going to hit the T on my keyboard. There's my Times New Roman. Now I'm set. But a lot of you folks were wondering, well, what's subscript and what's superscript mean? It's a special type of formatting in the font choices. Okay, and now I'm going to double click on this word so I can select it. Quick little trick for you guys. Some of you guys are probably like, oh, I didn't get the whole thing, so I got to go there. If you just double click it, you can quickly select each individual word, which is kind of nice, right? So select that in the parentheses, because there's a reason I gave you the little quotation mark. Sorry, it's not parentheses. I screwed up. So come up here to this little arrow, and I'm going to click on that, and it's going to bring up the font control box. It's kind of our control center for all the different fonts. Okay? And I got to do subscript, as you can see. So if you notice here with all the different effects, all you got to do is just put a little check mark. I'm doing subscript. So notice it gives you a preview here. It makes it real teeny tiny. And once I click OK, it goes under. So think sub like sub below, small below. Yeah, okay. Kind of corny, but it is what it is. So then I'm going to come over here, double click my superscript, same thing. Click superscript. I like my superheroes, particularly Superman. So think of that. Going to make them tiny again, so think of a tiny Superman. You know, some of you guys may like Ant-Man, you know, who knows. But with Superman, Superman likes to fly, so it's at the top part of the line, if you guys can tell. Okay, so there's that one. Quick and easy stuff. Now, next one that some of you guys may have had some issue with is this paragraph right here. So we wrote 10 point Times New Roman. So we're already at 10. I'm going to go Times New Roman, so that's good. But it says, it is justified in single space with a 1 point border and 5% shading. Hold the phone, there's a little stuff going on there, right? So justified first tells us it's just like if we want it right aligned, centered, left aligned. I gotta learn my left from my right. Centered or right aligned. If we come up here, any buttons up here that you guys have here in our little, what they call a ribbon, if you're not sure what they do, if you just hover over it, it'll tell you in a little pop-up box right here. Okay, so my justify button is right next to the right align. So click on that, and if you notice it did just a little bit, see how it's kind of jumping there a little bit. I'm hitting Control Z to undo and Control Y to redo. Okay, Control Z, Control Y, Control Z, Control Y. There's some quick keyboards you guys need to know. What it does is it adds a little bit of space in between everything to make sure it's perfectly flush on the right, perfectly flush on the left, so that is justified. Now, single space, which we're already set, 1 point border and a 5% shading. Where we want to go, up here, we don't want to mess with the paint bucket, but we do want to mess with the border button here. But click the little arrow here and come all the way down to borders and shading. Here's our control center. Now we want to add, a 1 point border, so right here's our width. you get, you know, quarter point, blah, 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 all these 6 point, which is really super duper fat, or we could go super duper skinny with a quarter. We want the 1 point, but the thing is, it doesn't do anything. We have to tell it over here in the preview box what we want to do. And we want to go around the edge. So I'm going to do that. There's our 1 point border, right? But I also wanted to do, move it up here, a 5% shading. Huh? Well, here's our color right here for our shading. And we can go kind of go up here. We can go color, all that kind of stuff. We can go clear. Huh. Notice here, style, because if you notice, there's nothing in here, is there, that tells anything about a percentage unless we hover over it. See how it says white background 1, darker by 5%. So you have your choice. You can do it here with 5%, or you can go here with the style. Solid's at 100%, or I can go 5%. Notice it doesn't do a whole lot, but once I click OK, it's shaded a little bit. So very subtle shading. So that's how you get to that percentage. Okay, another quick way to do it, if we wanted to, could highlight it, go out to my paint bucket, but click the arrow, and again, same thing. 5%, there's my 15%, there's my 25%, so you guys see what's kind of going on. Okay? I want to give you some options. Now, right here, this one's left aligned. Again, it already is left aligned with a 2 1/4 inch border and no shading. So, come back here. Borders and shading. 2 1/4. Again, don't forget to tell it where you want it to go. So there we go, and let's make sure 2 1/4 border and no shading. There we go. Click OK. Gotta like that. As we see, it's a little thicker. Now it says it is left aligned in single space, so we're good to go. Cool. Obviously, I gotta change the font, but that's easy enough. I won't waste you guys' time. Okay. This one, as it says right here, is right align. So I'm gonna click anywhere in this paragraph and click right align. Okay, again, it aligns it to the right. Now this next one, this is where a lot of folks have problems, this one right here. So I'm going to go 12 point Arial. Okay, 12 point, my Arial font's down here. Hey, there it is. But it says it has a hanging indent. Huh? Okay, so what we need to do first to do that is we got to make sure we see our ruler underneath our ribbon and alongside to the left. Notice I don't have mine. Got to make sure we get that done and taken care of. So I'm going to go view because I want to view my ruler. Click a little check. Hey, look at that. Now we got a ruler right there. So to do this, I'm going to put my little mouse right here. Notice I got these two little triangles here. I want to grab the bottom one, and I'm going to add a hanging indent. See how everything looks like it's hanging from this first line? There you go. Just that easy. Gotta like that, huh, guys? This next one, I won't mess with the 12 point Times New Roman. You guys know that already. It says, but it has a left and right indents of 1 inch each. So my indents, I mean, you could try to hit the tab button. That's going to be a whole pain in the butt, though. Okay, as you see, I got an indent of a 1/2 inch, but I want a 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to undo, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the bottom square so I move everything. Go to 1 inch, and notice I've got one over here to the right. Come in here to 1 inch. Now I'm good to go. Okay, just that easy, guys. Okay, hopefully this helped out. Sorry I had to make a video for you guys, but you know, it is what it is. And there we go. If you have any questions, let me know. You know where to find me. All right, guys? Talk to you soon.